Hi everyone, my name is Kyle Nee and I'll be your instructor this semester for business statistics. In these videos, we're going to talk a little bit about what the course exactly looks like and kind of how to navigate around all the different materials and links that we have on our Blackboard shell here. In this video specifically, we're going to take a look at the syllabus to try to get a rough overview of what is this course and what are some of the expectations for this semester. Now you can go ahead and find the syllabus by going to this side panel in Blackboard and clicking on the syllabus link. I'm going to open it in a new window here, and then I can click my syllabus link, and here we are. So business statistics is a 4-hour course. It's going to be entirely online for us this semester, and that means that it's going to be sometimes difficult to get a hold of each other. So the easiest way to get a hold of each other is going to be primarily through using Blackboard announcements, like you can see here on the first Blackboard page, as well as trying to go ahead and communicate via email. So my email address is listed here, knee1@harpercollege.edu. You can always try to get a hold of me there. Okay. However, I'm also going to be having office hours throughout the semester, which are going to be running Monday through Thursday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Now, those times may not necessarily work for you always. Maybe you're working or you have kids at home or something like that. And if that's the case, not a problem. We can always try to set up another time to meet. Just email me and we can try to set up another time. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the specifics here of this course and what some of the expectations are going to be. First off, you'll notice that the materials for this class are pretty light. We actually don't have any required textbook at all. I'll be providing all of the actual materials that we need, and so you shouldn't really have to pay for pretty much anything. You will, however, definitely need a calculator. Using an online calculator or a calculator on your phone is not going to work. We need a TI-83 or a TI-84 calculator for some of the special programs that it actually has that we'll be using very heavily. Okay. We're also going to be having a lot of different lecture guides, lecture videos. They're going to be posted to kind of help us learn the content throughout the course. We have some withdrawal dates here. Please just make note of those in case you do need to withdraw from this class for whatever reason. I don't have any control over withdrawing you, so that's for you to know. Okay. But I really want to spend some time here talking about the general course flow. This is some of the most important information that we have for this video. What exactly is our day-to-day going to look like in this class? All right. So first off, we're going to have video lectures. Those are going to be posted to YouTube, and you're going to be asked to watch those videos throughout the week. Now, I have a calendar set up that's going to highlight kind of a 4-day format, like if we were meeting face-to-face, and it's going to kind of tell you what things to watch on what days, so that way you can kind of stay on top of the material. And it is very important that you stay on pace. We'll continue to reiterate that over the course of this video and other videos. Now, after you've watched the content and you've taken notes on the content, which is very important to do, you're going to need to practice. You're going to need to make sure that you actually understand it and can put those ideas into practice. And so I've provided you with worksheets, so practice problems that aren't collected for a grade, that come with full solutions. And so you can try to tinker around with the ideas, make sure that you understand what's going on. Now, throughout doing steps 1 and 2, you're likely going to generate a whole bunch of questions. And so, again, I have office hours available to help answer those questions, but of course you can always email me with questions as well. Then it's going to be time to test your understanding. And so roughly twice a week, we're going to have quizzes that are going to be taken for a grade. And those quizzes are going to be assigned at the start of the day, so usually released at 12 a.m., and they won't be due until midnight of that day, or sometimes maybe at the end of the weekend or on a Friday or something like that. Okay. But quizzes are taken for a grade. They're graded on accuracy. And we'll talk more about the specifics of quizzes in a later video. Exams are going to be given roughly every 2 weeks in this class, and those will also be timed, but they'll be much shorter. You'll have about a 90-minute window to finish exams and get them uploaded to Blackboard. And then at the end of the semester, there will be a comprehensive final covering everything we've done throughout the whole semester. So this is kind of the general outline of what's going on. The most important of those concepts are, again, there are video lectures and it's important to stay on pace, but there's also lots of practice to be done in this class, and it's important to stay on pace with that as well. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other things that we're going to have to do this semester and kind of how it all comes together for a grade. We can see here we're going to have 14 total quizzes that are going to be taken for a grade. There's going to be 3 exams, and there's going to be a final exam that's cumulative. Now, if you put all the points for that together, this class is going to be then out of a total of 1,000 points, which means it's going to be really easy to calculate your grade or what you need for a grade at any given point. So the cutoffs for the grades are going to be 900 points for an A, in the 800s to get a B, in the 700s to get a C, and usually we're not too interested in the D's or F's. Okay, so those are going to be kind of the breakdowns. We'll talk more in a later video again about kind of some of the expectations around quizzes and exams, and all that information is listed here, as you can see, so I'll leave that for you to kind of read through on your own time. But the last thing that I'll mention in this video is ultimately how to be successful in this class. Now, one of the first and biggest things here is to actually watch the videos and stay on pace with the calendar. Come to office hours to ask about anything that's unclear, complete the actual recommended homework, and this I guess is quizzes, sorry about the typo there. You want to make sure that when you put work into your quizzes that you're doing the best job that you can, which means that you actually are scheduling time to take quizzes and you're not just scrambling to do them at the last minute. Ask lots of questions. Find other people that you can potentially work with in the class. It's okay to work with other students on quizzes. Well, again, we'll talk about that more later in the quizzes video. As long as you are able to understand the concept on your own and can explain the work that you're writing out. The other thing here is that you should be spending a minimum of roughly 2 hours studying for every hour that you spend in class. This is a general recommendation for all classes. So in the summer, we move at double speed, which means that if this is a 4 credit hour class, normally you'd be spending 4 hours per week in the classroom. Since this is a summer class and that's doubled, that's 8 hours per week. And so if you double that, that means you should be spending roughly 16 hours per week practicing concepts from this class. Now that's a lot of time, and you might not necessarily have that time, but that should at least be an ideal goal. Taking a summer math class is a part-time job. If you're taking multiple summer classes, I personally believe that's a full-time job. There's a lot there if you want to do well. Okay? And one of the ways to really make sure that you are doing well is that you need to work to actually understand the concepts that we talk about in this course, rather than just understanding or trying to figure out step-by-step procedures. This class is not about figuring out what numbers to put into what formula at what time. Okay, it's not step 1, step 2, step 3. It's about understanding an idea and being able to communicate it. And that takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more practice. And it's why I say here that mathematics is not a spectator sport. You will not be able to just watch me do problems in the videos and then magically understand everything on your own. You're really going to have to spend some time practicing the concepts on your own, struggling with the ideas, and really trying to master them. That takes time, and so you want to make sure that you schedule and budget that time in. Now, in some of the videos to come, we'll talk a lot more about materials for this class, where to find them, how the pacing works, how you turn in exams and quizzes, but hopefully looking over the syllabus here quickly gave you a brief idea of what the course is going to look like. But I highly encourage you to read through the syllabus in its entirety on your own so that you understand all of the ins and outs of the course and not just the ones that we highlighted here.